Hello everybody, this is Brisbane05 Blast here and welcome back to another video of this channel. In this last episode we have done the London Derby and that was against Chelsea. And somehow for some reason we actually got our first win in the traditional six team, that means like Man United, Man City, Liverpool and the list goes on and on. We somehow managed to beat Chelsea despite playing at Stamford Bridge. And Chelsea normally turns up well at that stadium. But now in our next match, it's going to be the Europa League match as we take on Bodo Glimt. Another one of the underdog teams like FC Zurich, but we don't know if we can get the job done. Actually, to be honest, we can get the job done because it's freaking Bodo Glimt. He's not like freaking Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich for crying out loud, or Stuttgart for crying out loud. It's freaking Bodo Glimt. I have a feeling we could get the job done, but still. There are like tales of fairy tale runs. So this game is mostly a fairy tale business. So I have a feeling that this could be anyone's game, but still, it could. Arsenal should really win this. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this one. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Without further ado, let's enjoy this game and of course this episode. Hello guys, we're here for our next Europa League match as it's Arsenal versus Bodo Glimt and it's at Town Park. We're obviously going to just take a look at the news. As you can see right here, Liverpool winners against rivals Spurs. Yeah, they got a 3-2 win against Spurs if I remember correctly. Or is it Everton? Oh, that's Everton, yeah, that's one of their rivals, 3-2, yeah. And then obviously a stunning display from Bukayo Saka. Pundits and fans alike have been pouring over the displays they've seen from Bukayo Saka lately. He's been one of the outstanding performers in each of Arsenal's recent games and is looking like the man to watch every time he steps into the pitch. But anyway, we're going to take a look at the squad. And yes, it's time we really need to make some changes. And yeah, for fitness-related issues, take my advice. I think it's time for me to make... Well, first we got to advance. We haven't done that yet. But I'm pretty sure that we will be making changes. I think now they're back to how they are, how they are before. But now we have to basically rest Camavinga and other players. Well, except Gabriel. Gabriel needs to be... Well, I mean, I don't know, because Gabriel is not that happy because of his game time. He's not getting that much game time. But let's just take a look at the squad, though. See what changes we need to make, especially to see if they're happy or not. Yeah, Gabriel is... he's a bit unhappy because of the, the game time he's had. But he has 70 fitness. What else can we do? But anyway... However, it is the right time to actually make change. And I have basically had a chat from Declan Rice saying, or Tomiyasu saying, the next game is so important for our season, boss. I feel really good and I'm sure I can do a better job than Zinchenko if you give me the chance ahead of him. And same thing with Declan Rice. Boss, I really think that if I don't start getting a regular game, I'm going to need to consider my future here. Well, there is no reply. However, Tomiyasu, you'll get the chance. It'll be up to you to live up to the challenge. Yep. And yep. However, there has been some hope here for us because I basically took a look at the youth academy, saying that there are pretty good players. There's Vicente Martinez, whose potential would be up to 82. Right now, he's 62 rated. Leonard Bernier, who's actually a 50 rated player, but his potential is quite higher. He could reach 90 rated if he does play well. Julian Gomez is Mexican. I don't think he has the capacity to win it. Then it's Zapata, a 15 rated player. However, Miranda, the Brazilian striker or midfielder, I would say, he could really fit up well here for this new side. Especially looking at his potential, he could actually reach up to an 88 rated. So you know what? I'm actually thinking of promoting him to a senior team right now. However, this player is currently too young to be promoted to the senior squad because he's already 15 years of age. But he could be very, very good to the squad. So we have no other choice but to put Leonard Bonilla. I know he's 50 rated. However, he has pretty good pace, 72 pace. His potential is quite high, so it's probably a good idea to actually promote Leonard Bonilla to a pretty good squad. And yeah, so now let's go to Central here and let's just start the match. Well, not start the match, but basically, yep, pre-match report. That's their players. They have Pellegrino, Espejord, Serli, Saltnes, Fett, Berg, Jurkan, Mo the skipper, Lode, Elabidaloe, and Halkin. Pretty unknown players here for this side, for this Bodo Glimt side. And yep. Now let's take a look at the press conference, see what they'll have to say. And obviously I'm not going to show it to you, but I will see what Mikel Arteta has to say. So we'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, so 3 questions were already given to Arteta, saying that first question was their boys are actually in a fate that they could really get knocked out, but really Arteta's already got 2 wins in the bag in the Europa League, so maybe one more win they could be qualified, but still, it is how it is. Secondly, is that basically they look good. They already got 2 wins, and this players have pretty good attitude. That's what Arteta said. And third one was had a difficult fixture against Chelsea, and now they're up against Bodo Glimt. So are they actually thinking about rotating the squad? To be honest, they have to basically rotate the squad because there have been fatigued players like Gabriel, but we are trusting Gabriel. But I don't know because he has fitness issues. Come on, Gabriel. You gotta really be fit for the game. However, Bodo Glimt are going for standard. We will put Gabriel in a substitution because I really cannot lose Gabriel like how I'm about to lose Thomas Partey. But let's take a look at our next game because I'm pretty sure if we use Gabriel for this one, we might. Yeah, our next game is against Sheffield United, so I think we might be able to rest Gabriel for this one because he should look sharp in that next match and they should be really dominating in this one. So, yep. Yep. All the players are fit except Kamavinga, Havertz, Gabriel, and White. But I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to make some extreme changes here. So, yep. Gabriel, I'm sorry, mate, but you got to go to the substitution. I mean, yes, you're pretty good, but you gotta really be worried about your fitness, man. But Rice, we're obviously gonna put Rice in for Kamavinga. Kamavinga will most likely stay out of this. He'll probably be in the reserves because he's already in good morale. He's anyway gonna get back into business. You know that? You know what I mean? So he'll probably be the replacement here for Cedric. So Cedric, I think. Now we'll probably put him in for Ben White since he's already. I know he can do pretty well. His fitness is actually 76, so. But I think I'll put Cedric into the reserves or into substituted. Thomas Partey is now actually pretty kind of gaining a bit of respect ever since that. Now he's actually pretty happy about it. Yeah, Partey is actually happy. So Declan Rice is already a CDM. But you know what? And obviously we're gonna basically put all the players here. Havertz, we're probably gonna make changes here. He's already got a lot of game time, so we're gonna put Havertz in for. Now we're not putting Havertz in for Cedric. You know what? We'll be right back once I'm done with the changes and stuff. So yeah. Alright guys, so I already made some changes here for Arsenal. So I bought in some pretty good experienced players. I bought Tomiyasu since he really is really desperate for game time. Calafiori obviously is there. And then I got Declan Rice because For some reason, he really wanted a bit of game time. He doesn't really want to end up like how Thomas Partey is. And then Pepe, Nicola Pepe for Saka, Trossard for Odegaard, Vieira for Havertz, Smith Rowe. A lot of changes have been made. The only changes I haven't made is Saliba is still trusted, and same thing with Ramsdale. The rest of them are ready for this, Europa League campaign. And I'm pretty sure that we could get the job done. But I really hope you enjoyed this one. Without further ado, let's enjoy this match. Alright guys, we're in the third game of our Europa League campaign. Arsenal looking to top the group, so they have a favourable opponent. A team who is not that good, but can they get a job done against Bodo Glimt and secure their first place spot? We're at the town park, and we're actually against Bodo Glimt. Well, Arsenal, they are not that consistent in terms of Premier League, but in the Europa League they are. Well, I know most of their games are mostly high-scoring matches, but come to think of it, as you can see right here, Arsenal are like cruising at the top of the table with 6 points. So I'm not that surprised, or I'm not surprised basically. But if they get another win, they might be confirmed this top spot. But anyway, let's listen to this anthem. So we already made some changes, as I already told you, for Arsenal. But now let's take a look at Bodo Glimt's starting lineup. They're going with a pretty interesting formation. Yep, they're going with a 4-1-2-3 formation. And yep, it looks decent from here. And I would say that this is actually a Danish club. Pellegrino is actually a pretty good player. I mean, yes, he's Italian and sometimes there have been unknown players, but I'm pretty sure Pellegrino, if he's probably young, but if he's old, then we know he's not that type of a potential player. But who knows? Who cares? But yep, I already made some changes here for Arsenal. So basically, I subbed off the vice captain and the captain off, and I made Declan Rice the skipper, the third skipper for this game. So I brought in Timber, Calafiori, Tomiyasu, Pepe, Trossard, Vieira, Smith Rowe, and Nketiah. And Rice is actually the captain. So Saliba and Ramsdale are like the only players who are not subbed off, as changes need to be made. So as you can see right here, Arsenal are at the top of the table, but if they get another win, I have a feeling that they're actually guaranteed top spot, unless if PSV Eindhoven gets a win against Zurich. But Arsenal just loses the ball from halfway, and this could be a potential bad luck here for Arsenal, which it is. Bodo Glimt somehow scored the earliest minute, and who else scored? It's probably this Danish guy who actually scored. Might be Norwegian, might be Danish. Who cares? A goal is a goal, and the home fans, Bodo Glimt fans, are so ecstatic about this as it's the opening goal of the game. Ramsdale somehow just cannot save. I know he doesn't let me down in terms of save. And it's actually Salinas actually who actually scored the goal. It's not Danish, but you know what I mean. Ulrich Saltnes. I don't think he's Spanish, but Ulrich Saltnes. He's the player who scored the goal for Bodo Glimt. And now they're currently leading over Arsenal. But it's Arsenal. Arsenal are always... They're like Arsenal. They're Arsenal. Their DNA is always comebacks. So, yeah. Here's Nketiah. Nketiah shoots from long range. And just like that, Arsenal are right back in this. Thanks to this wonder kid, Nketiah. Well, he's not a wonder kid, but he's a star boy. This guy always likes to score bangers, man. Whenever you're in a tight position, call Nketiah. He knows how to score bangers. And now we're in an equalizing position. 2 early goals, man. When you're actually in this sim mode, there would be a lot of high-scoring matches. But if you're actually playing in FIFA 2002, it's like completely opposite. Goal sometimes does not score, just comes at the right time. But yeah, when there are chances, there is no goal. But here's Pepe, finds Trossard, who's somehow onside. Still Trossard, but somehow it's a tackle here from Bodo Glimt defender. Here's Fett. Still Fett. Finds Pellegrino. Finds Fett again. Finds Espejord. Still Espejord. Still Espejord. Espejord shoots and Bodo Glimt somehow retakes the lead. This could be... I know I'm not backing down Arsenal, but what kind of performance is this from Arsenal? They just conceded 2 goals. I have a feeling that this could be a PSV Eindhoven all over again. Because PSV scored 2 goals, but then Arsenal somehow managed to score at the right time. But this is like completely something different. And it's Espejord, the goal scorer here for Bodo Glimt. Sorry I got a bit sidetracked there, but it was an amazing goal here for Espejord. Now it's Declan Rice, finds Nketiah. Still Nketiah. Back to Declan Rice. Rice finds Nketiah in the breakthrough, but somehow loses the ball. And Haikin easily saves this one. And now he goes short. Finds Lode. Still Lode. Finds Fett. Finds Espejord. Finds a breakthrough from Saltness. It's Saltness. But he hits the post. This could have been another goal here for Bodo Glimt. But somehow, post comes to their aid. And now here's Nicola Pepe. Finds Trossard. Trossard gets tackled badly. But Nketiah covers this one. Fabio Vieira scores. And we're another in an equalizing position. Man, Bodo Glimt has somehow... Basically, they're just trying to change the script, change the history. Trying to rewrite the script. But somehow Fabio Vieira cancels their lead with an amazing goal. And now we're again in an equalizing position. To be honest, we could keep it like this. It's better to keep it like this than concede another one. Now here's Sorli, finds Espejord. Back to Sorli. But no, they actually got a booking for a high tackle on Trossard. Now here's Sorli. Still Sorli. But Rice somehow manages to block it. But it's still with Bodo Glimt. Finds Espejord. Espejord tries to shoot. But a nick on him just kind of mucks it up. And Ramsdale collects it easily. But for some reason, Bodo Glimt has it. It's Berg. Finds Espejord. Espejord finds Saltness. Saltness finds Berg. Finds Espejord. Espejord shoots, but Ramsdale saves it again. Finally, he knows what's up, but he gives it at the wrong place at the wrong time. Just cheaply gives it away. And Saltness is the player who has it. Finds Pellegrino. Finds Fett. Finds Espejord. Pellegrino. Finds Saltness. Saltness tries to shoot, but a block from one of the Arsenal defenders somehow diffuses it. And now here's Pepe. Pepe with a wonderful pace. His advantage is pace. And he's making the complete use of it. Finds Trossard. Trossard tries to shoot, but just mucks it up. But what a run from Pepe, only to find Trossard. Just mucks it up at the wrong time. And it's a goal kick. Here's Jorkan. Finds Berg. We might be going into stoppage time. Yeah, only 1 minute of stoppage time. Here's Sorli. This could be the last attack of the game, which we do not like. Especially when it's a Bodo Glimt goal scoring here. Espejord, who's now got a brace. This is actually a calamity here for us. But as you can see, look at the replay here. This is nothing new actually, scoring a goal at the stroke of halftime, especially when we had that luck with Man City and then Spurs, and now Bodo Glimt. You know that this is nothing new. Runar Espejord gets a brace. That's his second goal already in just 3 matches. He has been a complete ghost in those last 2 matches, but now somehow scores a brace to put Bodo Glimt in front at halftime. But yeah, what a match we're having. But as you can see, Trossard just could not find. He only had 1 shot, and that was the reason he mucked it up. Just feels ridiculed at the wrong time here. He's like that Martinelli here, but as you can see right here at halftime, it's Bodo Glimt 3, Arsenal 2. And it all started with that opening goal here from Saltness. Ulrich Saltness. Ramsdale could not save this one. However, we got 1 goal back. We're going to ignore about the battery thing. The console battery is always low. But yeah, Espejord actually scored a howler of a goal. But however, it was a collective pass from Pepe, I think, if I remember correctly. Finding Fabio Vieira, and he somehow slot this one over. But then obviously a heartbreak fashion, Espejord scored a brace to put Bodo Glimt at front at halftime, as they lead 3-2. But as you can see, Braga has the lead over Union Berlin. Malmo draws to Union Saint-Gilles. Roma has the lead over Betis. Kilmarnock somehow lose to Helsinki. Fenerbahce has the lead over Dynamo Kiev. Corona Kielce has a lead over Stade Rennais. PSV having a 2-goal lead over FC Zurich. And that's all we have from around the grounds, as we'll be making some changes, so don't go anywhere. Alright guys, we're here in the second half. I've already made some changes here for Arsenal. As you can see, that there have been multiple changes here. So we got Nketiah off for Jesus, Trossard off for Partey, and Saliba off for Gabriel. Now here's Emil Smith-Rowe finds Timber. At least it's not Rob Holding. That's all I got to say here. Smith-Rowe fights Calafiori. Some reason who's actually in the attack right now. But obviously, it's a defensive effort here from Bodo Glimt. Just gives a corner. Arsenal really needs this one big time, as this could be their chance to get themselves back into the game, with Pepe actually taking the corner. Crosses it, but somehow Bodo Glimt gets this one easily. But Rice collects this one, just locks the ball, finds Tomiyasu, finds Pepe. Still Nicola Pepe. Pepe shoots, but right into Thomas Partey, and he somehow doesn't get the ball into the goal. That's an amazing save here from Heikin. It was a volley effort, but for some reason doesn't find the net. And it's another corner here for Arsenal. They're really dominating this, but it's just that their finishing somehow doesn't get the better of him. And Pepe somehow manages to get this one, but Bodo Glimt easily gets this. But Timber has it. Finds Jesus. And Jesus might have scored at the right place at the right time. That's why he's like the super sub of Arsenal when it comes to Europa League matches. He did score a hat-trick against PSV from the bench, coming from the bench. So this is nothing new. Jesus scoring at the right time, and now Arsenal are back into this game yet again. They're actually way behind in terms of controlling, in terms of shots. Well, I mean, they have done it now, but Bodo Glimt have somehow managed to control the possession of the ball that Arsenal did. Now here's Sorli. This is another high scoring match. Elabidaloe has it. What kind of a player is it? But as you can see right here, the next match, Arsenal take on Sheffield United. Beg your pardon. Here's Saltness. And as usual, Ramsdale just could not save this one. Pellegrino easily gets this one. And Bodo Glimt easily takes the lead. This is a shocking display here from Arsenal, especially Pellegrino. Bodo Glimt fans are right happy about this. Ramsdale somehow, I cannot believe how has Ramsdale does not make a single save here. This could have been a chance here for Arsenal to get back into this game. But for some reason they can't. Because goal after goal. And Bodo Glimt lead yet again. Finds Rice. Still Rice. Still Declan Rice. Rice finds Smith Rowe. But Saltness tackles him. But Gabriel has it. But he gets completely mucked up right there from Espejord. And now Bodo Glimt somehow has the possession of the ball. But obviously Calafiori doesn't let him down. His pace is way too good for one of the Bodo Glimt players. But for some reason he loses it. But gets it back. Still Calafiori. Finds Fabio Vieira. Finds Smith Rowe. Emil Smith Rowe. Does a cross. But just could not fire at the right time. Now here's Pellegrino. Still Pellegrino. Still Greedo. Still Pellegrino. If Bodo Glimt somehow gets this goal, this could be game over. Look at this. They have more pass accuracy than Arsenal. This could be upset coming right up. Now here's Jesus. It's still Jesus. He somehow mocks the Bodo Glimt defenders here. This could be a chance. But he loses it. Could have been a vital chance for Arsenal here to get back into the game. Gabriel somehow collects it. Tries to redeem Jesus after that miss. But he loses it at the wrong time. They're trying their best. But it's just that Bodo Glimt is somehow just not... They just don't want to lose this time. Here's Calafiori. Still Calafiori. Finds Gabriel. Back to Calafiori. Finds Vieira. Finds Jesus. Jesus who have that sprint. Tries to make use of it. But he cannot cross it like that. We are in 2 minutes of added time. But Pepe collects it somehow. Finds Jesus, but he just mucks it up. And we somehow lose to Bodo Glimt in a heartbreaking fashion here. We suffer our first defeat in the Europa League match, and it's against Bodo Glimt. 4-3. And it was all thanks to Pellegrino. But Runar Espejord takes the credit. He actually scored a brace, had more attempts than one of the Arsenal's best player, Gabriel Jesus. As Bodo Glimt somehow get an upset over Arsenal. As it's full time, Bodo Glimt 4, Arsenal 3. We're obviously going to take a look at the highlights here. But obviously it was that ball. Espejord actually scored a brace. Jesus did actually get an equalizing goal thanks to a timber pass. The number 9 of Arsenal scoring the goal. But however, cruelest thing happened here. As Pellegrino kept Bodo Glimt in front for the entire match. As we trail, we lose to Bodo Glimt 4-3. We're going to take a look at the post-match interview. And PSV somehow smashed Zurich in that match.
Some questions regarding the match.
And obviously Arteta is not happy about this. It's been defeats after defeats. What did you make of today's defeat? You must be disappointed. You know what they say, you win or you learn. Whatever anybody predicted, Bodo Glimt were better than us today. We just have to get back to work. Tough to take up for Arsenal fans. That's 2 defeats against FK Bodo Glimt. Do you have to accept that they're just the better team right now? Yes, we've been beaten twice by FK Bodo Glimt. Well, technically once, and that hurts. But I believe in my players. We'll learn our lessons and improve. I'm looking to the senior players. A frustrating defeat for you. Once you went behind, you never really looked able to get back in the game. What was the problem today? I don't think it's fair to put the blame on any one individual player. Yes, we conceded, but I thought we defended well for most of the game, and we had our moments going forwards. We weren't perfect. So, yeah. That's a sad thing for Mikel Arteta as they suffer their first loss in the Europa League match. But let's see what the personal chats have to say. This could be terrible here for us. It's disappointing not to have won, but I did the best I could all game. Just wanted to thank you for showing faith and picking me, boss. The important thing was you got the opportunity to get a game. Pity about the result, but you shouldn't think you have to take all the responsibility for that. Leonard Bernier, obviously, I've been dreaming about this happening. Thanks for giving me a chance in the senior squad, boss. I'm desperate to show everybody what I can bring to the team. Just keep working hard and stay focused. You've achieved nothing yet, but if you follow the example of the senior players around you now, you won't go far wrong in the future. Obviously, it was actually a pretty good... Instead of actually facing a bit of insult, it was like a bit of happiness from most of the players. But yeah, our next match is against Tomiyasu. Yup, we lost to Bodo Glimt, but at least some of the players are happy about it. That's all we needed. And yeah. So, yeah, Zapata's working on his... Yep. But yeah, I really wanted to go to squad before we wrap up the video here. I really want to go to Squad Hub because for development status here. So right now, where's Bernier? I think Bernier is one of the prodigy from Arsenal. Yeah, there he is. He's right now 16 years of age. He's going to be a 51 rated soon. But we're going to put him into a pretty much... We already have Ben White here. But I think... Let's change the position a bit. Maybe to a right back or so. That could improve in his rating. This could improve his sprint speed and his acceleration. Or a centre back, but we already have Saliba and Gabriel, so it's going to be much of a competition. And Zinchenko's already doing well, so we're not going to obviously put him into a left back. But right midfielder would obviously be a long time because Saka's taking that role. So we're obviously going to turn him into a right back. This would take 2 weeks at least, so this would improve better for Bernier. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this one. Our next match is against Sheffield United, and I'm pretty sure they are well rested for this game. But yeah, let's take a look at the player chat here from... Yep, Declan Rice is obviously playing pretty well. We've got more important games coming up. Just consider your fitness till then. So I know Eduardo Camavinga has probably been the stepper here. So we're going to think about Declan Rice's future in the next video. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this one. And we'll be back for our next game. Goodbye. Hello guys, we're back. And just as we witnessed, yeah, it's too frustrating here. But we somehow lose to Bodo Glimt. I know it's pretty tough here, but still, we learn mistakes. We win some, we lose some. But at least on the bright side, the reason why I'm happy is that at least we trusted in our players. The most important thing of this career mode series is we have to trust our players. No matter if they're low rated, we still have to trust them. Because, come on man, this guy really needs a break. And yes, I know They're aging, but somehow you got to give them a chance. So, yeah. So that next video, next episode, I may be resting Kamavinga for the next match because Rice has really been, he's really been a stepper up. So basically, or maybe he will probably try to showcase him as a super sub. And then if he's actually good than Kamavinga, better than Kamavinga, he could actually be a best player here for Arsenal. Because right now, Kamavinga is so good for him. I know he's actually aged. He's actually quite younger than him. And Rice has... Declan Rice is kind of higher rated than Kamavinga, but Kamavinga has the age advantage. He's kind of younger than Rice, so yeah. But anyway, we'll see about it. Our next game is obviously against Sheffield United, and I expect to win here from them. I really expect to win. We cannot lose. We already lost a lot of matches. We cannot lose this one. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this one. Please make sure to like and subscribe. This is Brisbane 05 Blaster here, signing off.